What's up, professionals? This is Davina Ware, founder and CEO of Upwardly Paid Path Career Transition Coaching. So I'm coming to you today to talk about resumes. We're all thinking about resumes all the time. What do we do with them? Am I doing this correctly? Etc., etc. So today I want to focus on the 3 reasons why you need white space on your resume. When you think white space, well, for me, I think about being in second grade and like the little notebook paper, and there's outlined margins, very clear of where you should write and where you should stop. But when we write resumes, we have a tendency to want to put our whole life on there because we want employers to understand, like, I'm good at this, I've done these great things, and this is how I can be useful to your company. That's great. And there are opportunities for you to convey that. It just may not necessarily be on the resume, or there's different ways that you can creatively do that. So reason number 1 why you need white space on your resume: readability. Employers can pick out keywords and pick out key things about you that relate closely to the position when they can see enough white space. If it's like super cluttered and there's like all these words and all the things, then they check out because they can't pick out the things they need to see if you even match up to the job description. Reason number 2 why you need to have white space on your resume: reducing overwhelm. HR professionals and hiring managers see a flood of resumes for any given position. So as they're trying to dwindle it down to the candidate that they should call for an interview, they're already overwhelmed with the process, and plus they have other things to do in their day aside from just reading resumes. And seeing a cluttered piece of paper is overwhelming to them. And if they're already trying to hire a position, trying to do other tasks and duties that they're assigned to do, you having all of this text is just going to overwhelm them even further, and then they'll toss your resume. Reason number 3 of why you need to have white space on your resume is efficiency. When you have lots and lots of copy and text, it's telling a story, and there's an opportunity for you to tell that story. Part of it is in the cover letter, and the other part is within an interview. But it tells your hiring managers or HR professional that you know how to be efficient when you can properly communicate your responsibilities, your accomplishments, your background and experience without essentially throwing up all over the paper. So how do we achieve this? How do we get more white space into our resumes? For one thing, you can play with the margins. You don't want to get too crazy here, but you can widen the margins just a little bit, or even shorten the margins just a bit to give more space around the perimeter of the resume. You can widen it to make sure your sentences are a little bit more elongated, or to make it appear that you're saying less than what you're actually saying. But I wouldn't adjust them to be too tight, because that's just expanding what you're trying to say. And also, when HR managers are printing the resume, some of the text gets lost. So you want to be careful. You don't want to make the margins too narrow, and then you don't want to make them too wide either, because then your resume will look like a postcard, and then that's just strange. Another way you can achieve more white space on your resume is adjusting the font. Have a clean, clear font, using bold text only in titles or other important page titles or subtitles that need to stand out. Arial is typically a good font. New Times Roman is what we used back in the early 2000s, and it's still used now, but you want to look at something like Arial or Garamond that is thinner, that is cleaner, and the lettering itself gives more space. And then the last way you can achieve more space white space in your resume is to be less wordy. Say less. Plain and simple. This isn't the opportunity for fluff. So you don't want to add a whole bunch of fluffy words and try to make yourself sound more important. And you are, I swear, you are super important. But remember that there are other opportunities for you to express that. Okay, well, that wraps it up for the 3 reasons why you need white space in your resume and how to achieve that. So take a look at your resume, have other people take a look at it to see how comfortable their eyes are when they read it. And then let me know what you come across in the comments. I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you next week.